Hi everyone, I am Shah back with another very interesting video on developing an idea to an app in just few seconds or minutes using two beautiful websites, which is Lovable.dev and Replit.com. So in this we are going to develop an AI app and a portfolio website, and let's see how these websites will be helpful in converting our ideas into apps with just giving some prompts. So to develop AI related app, obviously you need some kind of API in the backend to get the LLM AI responses. So I use Groq.com, which gives a generous free limit, free usage for developers. So I use Groq LLM APIs to get AI responses. Let's go to Lovable.dev. Here you can enter any kind of idea and then you just click on enter, then you will be able to create the app. But first you need to sign in. So you can go ahead and sign in with your Google account. This is free to begin with. Same thing with Replit and Groq. So you can sign in with Google or GitHub. I'm signing in with my Google account. As I said, this is free. You don't have to even have a credit card or anything to put in to start using it. So here, once you log in, then you will see, let's say you will see your projects, templates, latest and featured. So let's go to featured. If you see here, you see a lot many examples which is created by the community. These are all freely communicated on Lovable.dev. The thing is, for free it goes into public, which means that whatever you have put in as prompts or whatever you have developed, anyone can see it on Lovable.dev. So if you see latest, you will see a lot many things which has created by people. So for example, let's say that someone has created a lighthouse service, someone has created project tracker, or someone has created AI tool analyzer. So let's open this AI tool analyzer. When you click on this, then you will see what are all the prompts they have used and then how the outcome looks. So here you see upload your policies and let AI analyze and improve them. So here's someone has already created an AI tool, policy summary, impact assessment, stakeholder analysis. So all these things they have developed. Let's, I'm not sure whether this is a working version or not, but it seems they are using OpenAI GPT 3.5. This is again in some other language, so it's hard for me to understand, but the website looks great. Hopefully this works. So this way, if it is free, then anyone can see it. So even if you are creating for the first time, when it is free, others can see it. Keep that in mind. And then if you have a website design, you can take the screenshot, attach it, or if you have a Figma design, you can import that Figma design and go ahead and develop it. And here you give the instructions. The better you give the instruction, the better the outcomes are. For example, in my case, let's say that I wanted to develop a AI app. So AI app is primarily to create an AI app, which where AI app for HF, which means that you put in what is the food unit. For example, you need chicken pizza, and for let's say for 5 people, then it will give what are the ingredients and how much ingredient each ingredient should use, and then what is the instructions to prepare. So such an AI app is something which I am looking for. So for that, I'm going to say that create beautiful, creative, innovative AI chef app. And for this, I wanted to give some instructions, because when we say AI, what we need is we need to basically use LLM API in the backend. So I want to say that use Groq. Before that, I wanted to give that user will enter the food slash recipe they need, and then number of people. Then the app should respond with ingredients, quantity of each ingredient, and the instructions to prepare it. So this is what I wanted to do. Maybe there are some spelling mistakes. Let me try to quantity, ingredients. Okay, an API response, sample API call and response. So I wanted to give some samples so that it understands. So here, if you go to Groq, create an account. There are two things which I wanted to say you, which is supporting websites. One is Groq, the other one is Supabase. So we'll create Supabase in a minute. So here, Groq.com will give you free API keys for LLMs. You can use any models, open source models like Llama, Mixtral, uh, DeepSeek. So you go to Dev Console. So once you go to Dev Console, you can log in with your Google account. So let me go ahead and log in with my Google account and get the API key. So I'm logging in with my Google account and try to get the API key. But however, I need definitely some kind of documentation so that it understands. So let me go and grab some documentation as well. So here, if you see, so this is the document. Let me go and grab the curl. So here I wanted to give an example, right? So this is the input and response, and I wanted to even send the response, showcase the response. If it doesn't know response, then it may be giving it wrong. So let me select the response as well. So here is the input and here is the output response. So I'm giving both. So, and the other thing is, if it is free, you get only 5 to 6 chats per day to develop your app. That's the reason I'm putting everything in one go, because if the free has some limits. The limits are maybe maximum three projects you can do, and then you can only have chats for 5 per day. And then if you ran out of it, then you have to wait till another day to continue with your website. So here I gave all the instruction in one go. So if it's better to give all the instructions in the first attempt, so it tries to do everything which is needed for us. So let me go ahead, and if you want to change to private, if you want to once you are satisfied with public, you are satisfied with the free version, you can go to private. Let's see the pricing. $20 per month is the beginner, where it can go beyond the daily limits and have only monthly limits. So similarly, there are scalable pricing, but I would strongly recommend do the free one and see the outcomes. This is super easy to develop apps, and this is super solid. It works, it really works. So let's go ahead and click enter. So now what it is trying to do is, it goes ahead and tries to parse the input and then start creating the project. So once it creates the project, then I'll showcase how to add the backend. It's not just always the front end, right? I know that so it's trying to implement it. So now it's trying to create all the things. I guess it has a predefined languages in the backend, like TypeScript, React, which it uses. Maybe even if you ask for other languages, it won't be able to do it. So if you are a developer, um, then try out giving that I want it in some other different language. But if you're not a developer, honestly, it doesn't matter to you what is the coding that is being used in the backend, because it does what you need. That's the very important things. We don't have to know any coding programming languages. You just give your inputs, and then you will see the outcomes. If you don't like the outcome, you will try to change the inputs, or you will try to change the prompt so that it works according to your prompts. Only the configurations is what we need to do. So the configuration part is important to do, rather than writing any piece of code. So here you see AI chef, your personality culinary assistant. What would you like to cook? Enter the dish and recipe, number of people. So here, if you see, okay, your Groq, I have created the AHF app with the elegant replace with your actual key, Groq key, to make the work. So what it does is, so it has created this, everything is done. And now we'll just see, because the Groq API key is not given here, so it will not work. But however, let's give it a try. I will say biryani, and for 5 people, generate recipe. So failed to response, obviously, because it doesn't have that. The next big thing is to connect it to backend. So primarily, if you need any kind of authentication, if you need any kind of storage, or if you need any kind of functions, you need some kind of backend. If you need a database, so generally we use AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. But here there is also another free alternative, or to begin with, free is Supabase, which is similar to Azure, where you can have everything which I have mentioned, like the database, authentication, cloud functions, everything. So that is which is easily integratable to Lovable.dev. So if you need any kind of backend stuff, you go to Supabase, and then you will try to connect to your app. So here let's say that what it tries to do is I already created this and I have already created an organization and created an app, but let's go ahead and have a look at it. Supabase. So go to supabase.com, but first time when you see here nothing is connected, so here it will showcase connect to Supabase. Once you click on it, it will ask to log in with your GitHub. So let's go ahead and log in with our GitHub. So yeah, I'm going here and clicking sign in. So I'll continue with my GitHub account. Yeah, it has logged in with my GitHub account, and there is already a project here. So there's already a project here. So here, as I said, I created this project. First time when you try to connect from this Lovable.dev, then when you log in, it will say to create an organization. So you will create an organization first, then it will say to create a project. So you will see something like this, create a new project, then you will create a new project for it. And then next, once you the project and this is created, then if you need authentication, database, storage, edge functions, anything, you don't have to do anything. You just have to say it here what you need to do. Then it will go ahead and try to create that function or create that database, or it create its authentications accordingly. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to create the organization, which will be the first step once you log in, and then create the project, which will be the second step that you need to do in Supabase. Once you are done with it, you click on connect. It will sometimes it will take 2-3 minutes to create a project. Bare 2-3 minutes to connect. So let's try to connect this. Hopefully this works. Let's see, there is no databases, there is no nothing. Let's see if there is any edge functions. There is one edge function. Let's try to connect it and see if it works. So I'm connecting this. Yeah, it is connected. So once you see this is connected, then you can go here and you see that okay, Supabase is connected. Follow the instructions due to this. So project dashboard. Okay, now it is connected. Now what you need to do is add the Groq API key. So I'm saying add the Groq API key to go ahead and work with it. So let's see what happens. So here, if you see, it is requesting for, I'll help you securely add Groq API key to Supabase secret management. So it is trying to ask add the Groq API key. So once, yeah, once this is there, I have updated it, error, unfortunately error, but I'll add the Groq API key. So how to get the Groq API key? You go to Groq Cloud and then you go to API keys and you create a new API key, create a new API key. I have already created an API key. So what I'll do is use this, I'll use this Groq API key and click on submit. So it has, I have now added the API keys you have asked for. Okay, so now this has added the API key. Let's see what happens. There was some error for the build. It is trying to fix that error. You don't have to worry. You just have to, if there is an error, you just say that fix it. Then it is going to look into the code and it will try to fix it. So now the API key is added. Let's go ahead and see how this works. So once the code updated and build is successful, then we are going to test it. Okay. Well, the app should work fine now. Let's see. Let's try to refresh this. And I'll say biryani and I'll say 5 people and click on generate receipt. Let's see what happens. So still it is an error. I'm saying please fix the error and check. So it's a good example use case because now you see that there are errors and we are not doing anything and it will try to solve on its own. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Yeah, it's trying to fix the error. Let's see. In the meantime, here are the settings. If you want to open this in a new tab, you can open this. It by default creates a link. So for us, it has given preview AI-kitchen-genius lovable.app. So here you can see this. And if you want to look it on mobile, you can also have a look at your mobile. Still the build error should now be resolved. Try generating the receipt to test if the API key works fine. Expected two type of parameters got one. So I said try to fix this, and it is going to try to fix it. I'm a little worried on number of inputs which we are giving, because per day we can only give 5 or 6. So but this is very kind of common issues which you see if it is something which is really functional useful. For example, that it's not a static page, it is a dynamic page which is having LLM API key call and running something on the backend to get the outcome. So it is not a static page. If it is a static page, the result is instant. You don't have to do anything, you just give what you need. So let's see if this has finished. So this has finished. So I'm refreshing this, and then let me go ahead and try this. So I'm saying chicken biryani for 8 people, and let's see, hopefully now it works. So it's trying to, wow, Groq API keys, please make sure it is configured in this. So it has not added, seems Groq API key is not added. Please add the API key. So it has given an error, there is no Groq API key. So let's try one more time. So it asks for a Groq API key, and we will give the key. Yeah, here if you see, I need to add the Groq API key. I'm going to grab this API key. There shouldn't be any extra spaces. So I added this and submit. API key has been added now. Okay, let's give it a try one more time. So let's see if this works now. So chicken biryani. Oh, okay. Since I have added, okay, it's trying to update the edge function. Let's see. Hopefully now this has added everything. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm trying to refresh the page. So it has added everything. It has added a edge function. It had added the API key in Supabase. So it is secure. So I need it for 7 people. Click on generate receipt. Still I'm getting this error. Let's type in here. This won't be case for you because I am using the existing project to connect, which was used for other project. That's where it is giving so many errors. But if you are creating the project for the first time, you shouldn't be getting all this kind of weird errors. But having this errors is really good, because you now know that okay, there is an issue which is taking place and how to resolve this. So unfortunately I have ran out of the number of messages which I have per day. Let me try to see how, if it is still working or have an issue. So here, wow, now it seems to be yes, it is working. Actually, it took some time to reflect it. So here you see ingredients: 1.7 kg boneless chicken, 2.5 cups of basmati rice, 3 large onions. So here it gave the ingredients along with the quantity, and here is the instructions. Here is the instructions. Okay, heat 1 tablespoon of ghee or oil in large pan. This is excellent. This is what I was actually looking for. So within 5 to 6 prompts, we were able to create a AI chef app. Now how can I connect it to GitHub and how can I publish it? So first thing is connecting to GitHub. First thing is I wanted to change the name. Okay, this is good name. I don't want to really change the name. So let us try one more time. Let's say that veg pizza for 5 people and generate receipt. So let's see how it works now. So delicious veg pizza for 5 people, 2 cups of pizza. Wow, pizza dog sauce. So here is the instruction. This is amazing. This is what I really wanted. Now you have this. You can see this in mobile layout, and you click here, then it will open it in a new tab. So if you see, this is the preview, but once you publish it, it will go ahead and publish it. So I'm done with the app. Now I wanted to go to GitHub, transfer repository. So I'm logged in with my good GitHub. So I select this. What it does is it goes ahead and creates the whole code base in my GitHub. So here, when I click here, so copy and view on GitHub. When I click on view on GitHub, then I can see AI Kitchen Genius, every file that has been created. See, this has created the beautiful README as well. It is using TypeScript, React, Tailwind, CSS, and how to run it. You clone it, you enter it, npm install, npm run dev. You can run it locally as well. So if you want to make any changes, you can use this code base and make the changes. This is amazing, folks, because you have not written a single line of code, but you got the source code for free. You got the app created within seconds, within few minutes, and then now you can publish and give it to anyone else. So I'm going to I had created a project, I have created Supabase, I have connected to GitHub, I'm publishing it now. So when I go ahead and publish it, it is ai-kitchen-genius.lovable.app. So once it published, you can share this with anyone. So this is the app. I'm going to share this in the chat window, so you can also give it a try. So when you open this, you see that AI Kitchen Genius.lovable.app, and here let's try, let's say some let's say upma. This is a South Indian dish. I don't like it, but let's see what it gives. I need for 8 people. Generate recipe. Wow, it says take 1.5 cups of soji, rava, and here are the ingredients. This is amazing. This is just amazing. This way you can create any kind of app which has front end, which has back end, which needs authentication, which needs API calling, edge functions, storage, anything, because you have Supabase in the back end. And then if you need AI related, you use Groq LLM APIs to get the AI related stuff done. This is what I'm actually looking for. So this is great. So now let's go to the next one. So I'm going to close these and I'm going to go to Replit. So now Replit.com, log in to Replit with your GitHub or Google account. Now I'm going to say that create here. Let's try something simple. Again, Replit to begin with, it is free. However, the free plan has some limitations, like free apps only 3, and agent you can use only 10 times. So you just log in and then click on create app, and then let's say create a stunning creative AI developer portfolio website. Because I wanted static website because I have already showcased how to do it in Lovable.dev. But whereas Replit has everything built in. But if you need database backend login, maybe you need to upgrade it. But for now, I'm showcasing how to do a static website. You can give it a try how to develop a dynamic website which has functionalities. So here I'll also showcase what is the pricing as well. So portfolio website here, if you want to improvise prompt, I like it, by the way. It's like you click on it, then it will give you an improvised prompt that is much better than what I put in here. I'll keep all the websites which I have referred, like Supabase, Groq Cloud, Lovable, in the comment section. So here, a modern interactive portfolio website showcasing AI development projects and expertise in creating animations and visual elements, creative dynamics. So these are some things which it has given. By the way, I wanted to give my name as well. So when I say enter, so it is going to create an app with this information. So it goes ahead, within few minutes it is going to do great. Absolutely. Let me propose. Okay, so now it is saying build initial prototype, add interactive AI project demo, implement block section, add project. So this is plan, basically what you need. Add project filtering and such, enhanced animation system. I don't want it. Approve plan and start. So you are selecting few things which needs to be done. So this is a free one. So it is trying to do the first step, which is building the initial prototype. Once that is done, it will move ahead to add interactive AI project demos. First is project plan, basically. So which was something which was not there in Lovable.dev, because it jumped in directly and create what we need, and we need to give sequential commands there. But here it first analyzes what user needs, and then it says that okay, these are some elements which you need. So select the modules. So I have selected the modules. It is thinking, it goes ahead and starts creating the project. So it is writing the code now. So this is basically, this is called an coding agent. It's not just the coding that it tries to do, but also it debugs into it and then it runs it. So if you are seeing now, it is creating everything here. So once it creates, it goes ahead and runs as well. So let's see. These are all powerful, because to create the websites which I'm showcasing, sometimes it will take months to do it, but then we are just trying to do it in few minutes. If you don't like it, you are going to change, or if you need to update it, you are going to update it within few minutes with just lines of text. So sooner these will be connected to your Jira DevOps, where you create a story with what you need, and it will be connected to your GitHub, or it will be connected to this one of the coding agents, where once you write what you need in Jira, then it will pick up and it will update the code base, test it accordingly, and then it will fix any issues. And once it is working, it goes ahead and gives an update there. So that is the level. So there is definitely a significant threat to developer software coders. So if you are just doing coding, please be aware, these are coming. This is very harsh reality of what is happening. So here if you see, it has created all the files which is needed, and then it is giving me the outcome. So here, AI developer and machine learning expert, view projects, get in touch, tech stack, it has given me these things. So how does the portfolio looks? Can you navigate between home projects? So let's say projects. So these are the projects it has chosen. Wow, it has given me some random images as well. This is neat. And this has created, okay, this is contact, home. This is neat. To begin with, this is the first attempt and it has done neat. Okay, this also says it didn't change, but this has some thing. Okay, now it has created this. Now if you want the next modules, so if you want some next modules, is this the team toggle working? Is this the team toggle working? Team toggle is not working to me, at least. Let's say theme. Okay, the theme toggle is not working. So it is asking a question. We are just giving an answer. Agent waits till it gets the answer. Once we give the answer, and it starts. So here there is something called assistant for chatting, but then here something called agent. So per day you have some limits. To be honest with these, are in the free version. I think it's only 10 things which it can. So now let's see, the theme toggle is not working. What it is trying to do is it's trying to go ahead and change the functionality. It has restarted the application. It has took the screenshot. It starts running now. So let's say this. Obviously now this is working. Excellent. See, it has fixed the error. This is the text tag. This looks much better, to be honest. Is the team working now? Yes. Let's record this progress and continue with the portfolio development. So the agent has reported progress setup. Okay, if everything, I can start now working on a new feature. So it is saying, okay, add database. If you want to add a database to keep the user data persistent, it will add the database. So things like that, if you need, it will go ahead and create it accordingly. But if you want to deploy it, let's say I wanted to see the code. Let me see if I can see the code here. So deployments, web view, console. So let's see. I'm sure I should be able to see the code. Open web view, dev tools, open in browser, screen size. Yeah, open file, sorry, my bad, I couldn't find this earlier. So here are the files. So here you can see that all the files that it has created. If you want to download all the files, you say download as zip. So when you click on download as zip, it will be able to download everything. So this has downloaded everything in zip file. This is super useful. Everything is created in one shot and it has downloaded. If I wanted to add a database, I can go ahead and add a database. So it goes ahead and creates the database. So it has created the database. So it has created the Postgres for portfolio. Well, let's create the database using provided tools. So we created a temporary database, manage it here. In 6 days, your database will be paused, preventing further edits. In 36, your database will be database created on free starter plans are temporary. Okay, so it is using temporary database. If I want to use it more than few days, I need to upgrade it. So we'll see how it works. Yep, it has created a database. For this use case, honestly, I don't need a database, but however, I just wanted to see whether it will be able to create a database. But this is free version, so it has. So now could you please try submitting a message through the contact form to test if it is working? Okay, for the contact form, it is trying to store this in the database. So just to try it out, so it will create it. Now I wanted to deploy this, so let's click on deploy. So when I click on deploy, so I wanted to deploy it as simple pages rather than auto scale best choice. So these are some things which are paid. So here you will see basic website with no backend server, learn data transfers in Replit plans, no database, nothing. Upgrade. So I need to upgrade plan to deploy it. So when you click on upgrade your plan, you will see what are all the options available here. So it says core plan. So click on view more features, then you will be able to see. So Replit pricing. So here is the starter free plan which we have used. 3 public apps, limited Replit agent access. So Replit core is $15. It gets monthly credits which you can use. So similarly, it has teams and enterprise plans, which is something specific. So give it a try for free. And once you are done with the free and you are satisfied and you wanted to develop more, you can go to $15. However, the best thing is it has everything built in. So for example, if you want account storage, database storage, object storage, and everything which we have seen which is needed. Earlier we used a Supabase in Lovable.dev. However, this has built-in, which means you don't have to go somewhere else. You can use within. So for the free plan, it has 2 GB of file storage space. It has a Replit database. Uh, Outbound data transfer 10 GB. Static deployments 1. If the website is static, the deployments is one deployment, that to public deployment is available. So this is the free plan which we have started with. Because we have added some other features, it's saying that to deploy it needs to upgrade to core. However, you can give it a try. I'm not going to deploy it now. Choosing the right deployment. Okay, yeah, here. So yeah, I can stop this, or if you want to continue to build other things, then you can continue it. So I can give it, say yes, then it is going to ask me for the next module which I need to build. For example, the next module here we have said, okay, I'll run the database schema push through our workflows. This will create a context table in our Postgres database. That is good. Yeah, this way you can go ahead and keep building things with Replit. It has everything inbuilt, and it starts from basic to running, debugging, fixing, deployment, everything. So this way you can turn your ideas into websites within few minutes. So if please, because this is free, I really wanted you to go ahead and give it a try and see how it works. Please let me know your experience with these tools in the comments. Please do follow, like, subscribe, and share with your friends who are tech AI enthusiasts. I'll keep posting more and more videos of such. In my next video, I'll be talking about the latest Claude 3.7 Sonnet model. What are all the capabilities of it and how we can use it to create beautiful, stunning apps within few minutes with Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which is the best model out there. Thank you. Have a good day.